In this episode, how do you organise your Dutch wedding?
Hi there, bridal couples to be.
Welcome to How to Get Married in Holland.
The ultimate wedding podcast of and about the Netherlands.
We, wedding ceremony experts, aka celebrants Daphne and Jasperin, share all ins and outs of getting married in our flat and fabulous country.
Enjoy listening. Yes, in the previous episode we talked about, it was a Q&A, but in the episode before that we talked about getting professional help with organizing your wedding. So do tell, Jasperine, what are the options for getting help with the organization?
Ooh, there are so many people who can help you and who will have to help you during the day. First of all, the organisation during the day could be in the hands of the master of ceremony or a wedding planner. They are the glue, the connection between all those who are working with you to make your wedding day unforgettable. And really, the better all these vendors are in line with one another, the higher the added value the wedding team will have. So there are lots of people working with you towards your wedding day. Daphne, can you list a few?
Yeah, of course. Your wedding venue, of course.
Yeah.
It's the location of your wedding. The photographer, of course. Maybe a videographer
Yes.
for moving pictures and
Yes.
nice memories, of course. The caterer, don't forget, because I've read somewhere that the guests do appreciate good food at a wedding, so very important.
True.
The florist for your bouquet and the
Decoration
corsage,
of the location as well.
Yeah, the backdrop. A stylist, perhaps,
Yes.
for getting beautiful decorations, maybe in your theme colors of your wedding. A wedding nanny could be present if you are expecting kids to be there during the ceremony or the wedding,
Yeah.
to get them entertained, or entertainment for the adults. For example, a photo booth at the
Yes.
party,
Very
or
nice.
those matching mirrors you have nowadays. Makeup and hair, of course. Most of the times for the bride, but also for the mother of the bride or sisters-in-law, to make every...
Or even the groom.
Yeah, of course. A little bit of powder on the nose, right?
Absolutely. True.
Um,
Yes.
The wedding cake,
Very important.
music, of course. I think it's always such
Oh,
a
you forgot
beautiful...
two important ones.
Yeah, during the ceremony, it gives such an intimate vibe to have live music. But it could also be a DJ, of course,
Yeah.
or a band during your party, if you like to dance. Yeah,
And then wedding celebrant, Daphne.
of course. How could I forget the wedding
Yeah.
celebrant?
True.
Yeah, because who makes it all happen, at least makes your marriage start. Yeah, that's the wedding
That's the wedding
celebrant.
And maybe
Indeed.
even a wedding planner. I think you did mention the wedding planner. So you could either have a master of ceremony, who could be one of your friends. Most of the time it's one of the friends. But if you want a professional, then it could be the wedding planner. So
Yeah.
they all work together during that day. And how can you actually make sure that they work together well? How do you go about that? When you get to a venue and you almost starting a wedding ceremony, what do you do to make it all work, to make it run smoothly?
Well, I designed the wedding ceremony with the bridal couple, and the result is really captured in a script, a wedding script, with the sequence of the ceremony. So the story itself is a surprise for them, like a present to unwrap during the ceremony. They get to listen to it for the very first time. But the script is shared before, so they can adjust the tiny details whenever necessary. And I share that with the wedding planner or master of ceremony, the venue, the photographer, and the videographer. And if there's any live music, the musicians also need to know the timing, of course, of the music within the ceremony.
Yes.
So that's quite a handy tool for everyone to get on the same page.
Yeah. I think that's the most important thing,
yeah.
that before a ceremony that you get those present, like the photographer, the musicians, location, videographer, that you do a bit of fine tuning,
Yeah.
that you know where the photographer is going to stand, whether the seats are in the right position in terms of lighting, in terms of, that you can actually face the couple and that the couple can actually face you and their guests, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Very important to make sure. Also, the music. When are they going to play, and how do you interact with, for example, the live music or the DJ? Is there like a sign that you will give one another when they can start, when the bride comes in, for example?
Yeah.
And what's the sign when they actually have to stop playing the music, and that they actually, fade away the music rather than bluntly stopping, because that's always, a no-go.
It's like
As
a
far as
full
I'm
stop.
Oh God, yes. So those sorts of things before a wedding, before a wedding ceremony, very important to actually do some fine tuning to make it all run smoothly.
Yeah. And if you hire a professional, like a wedding planner or a professional master of ceremony, it's her or his job to make sure everyone involved in a wedding professionally
Yeah.
is on the same frequency, on the same page. So
Yes.
I get a call from the wedding planner, for example, to make sure I have read the schedule and at what time I will be arriving at the venue,
Yeah.
when I need to be where and bringing what. And it's very, well, I think reassuring for a
Yeah.
bridal couple to
Yes.
know that everyone involved, everyone in your wedding team is aiming for the same result,
Yeah.
giving you the best wedding ever. And of course, your master of ceremony, if it's a friend, and I
Yeah.
do recommend asking 2 friends, so you have a wedding master of ceremony team.
Team.
Yeah, because it's quite a task, isn't it?
It is. It is a big task. It's a job that, people are not really aware that you have to be on the ball the whole day, from A to Z, not only within the wedding ceremony, it's from, like, the start, picking up the bride, making sure that the guests enter in time, the photographer, the music. Sometimes you have a master of ceremony who does the music for you. And for us, that's quite different than when you have a professional
It is.
DJ or an orchestra, a small string quartet, for example, doing the music. So you really have to get to know this person beforehand and do some fine tuning with him, her, or with them, to make sure that the ceremony is going to be exactly as the bridal couple wants.
Yeah.
So
And it's quite a responsibility because one time at a wedding, the cake was too late. The bakery was too late because the baker was involved in an accident during on his way to the wedding, and the cake didn't survive
no way.
the accident. It was, yeah, it had fallen down and it was all smothered
Dear.
out. So
Oh,
yeah, and the master of ceremony was a nephew of the bride, and he panicked. He
okay.
he
They
his
freaked out.
Yeah, he freaked out. He turned all red and purple almost, and he was, what to do, what to do, what to do. And luckily, the caterer was very creative. So they put a rush on the dessert, which was an ice cake, and they
Okay.
served it during the reception. And it was
Okay.
quite a warm day, so it was perfect. It was a perfect solution. So, yeah, like I said, it is a responsibility to make sure everything goes smooth and really flowing and going during not only the ceremony, but the whole wedding, right?
Yeah. And if you then have good vendors, like, for
Yeah.
example, this caterer who thinks with the couple or for the couple, then things are solved and will work out fine.
Yeah. And there was a groom who had a prep meeting like half an hour before the ceremony started.
Yes.
And he wanted to get us all on the same vibe and enthusiastic and discussing the last details. And we were hugging in the time we could hug, like a rugby team, and we were all prepped to go. But I think it's more relaxing to have someone else take on that responsibility.
Doing it for you, yes.
Yeah.
And you will know everything is going to be all right then.
Yep, it is. Yeah.
And
So do
beforehand,
make
very
sure.
important that, the bridal couple goes, has good, close contact with all the vendors to make sure that, that they can actually deliver that perfect wedding.
Yeah. And of course you can do so, but during the wedding itself, it's your task, your only task is to enjoy yourselves.
Yes, to shine and to enjoy yourself.
Yeah. So do leave it up to a wedding planner, a professional master of ceremony, or two of your friends to make sure you enjoy the most beautiful day of your life.
Make them talk to one another and everything will be fine.
It is.
We agree.
Yeah. Till next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to How to Get Married in Holland.
We look forward to share more about organizing your wedding day in the Netherlands in the next episode.
Hit the subscribe button so you won't miss anything.
Any questions in the meantime?
Please ask wedding celebrants Daphne or Jasperin. You can find us, plus the show notes, on Instagram.
And if you love this podcast, please leave a review.
It gives us a higher ranking, so more fun international couples with Dutch wedding plans will be able to find us.
Until next time.